Hi there, friends. It's Sherry. It's great to see you. I'm sitting here in my living room where it is so dark and dreary outside and the rain is just coming down. You may be able to hear right here near my door the water that's just pouring outside. It's kind of one of those nasty days when you just want to stay in and cuddle up. So I thought this would be a good day where we could talk about the specifics I had mentioned in my previous video about how to save money. What are some ways that we can jumpstart our savings account for 2018? If you do not have a savings account, it's very simple to get one. Any amount of money that you can save is good. Never think that you have to have large sums of money to make a deposit. You can save $5, you can save $10, whatever it is that you have to save. Make it a joy and like a game to add that money into your savings. As soon as you get it, try not to hold on to it. Try to take it immediately to the bank and put it in your savings account and watch that number begin to grow. So my first advice to you, if you do not have a savings account, is to get one. Wherever you do your banking, or if you want to set up your savings in a bank that's a little further from you so that you're less tempted to go and make a withdrawal or something like that, then find a bank and go over and set up a basic savings account, because what you're doing is trying to watch that number and that account grow. Leave that money alone as much as possible and let it grow for you. The first thing I would advise you to do if you are trying to build a savings account is to save regularly. And a lot of people say, well, how do I know how much money to save? Well, that's going to be up to each individual person and couple and family. Everyone's situation is a little bit different. Some people say to save 10% or 20% of their income. If that is overwhelming to you, I think for a lot of people, 10% is overwhelming to them. When they hear it, they automatically shut down. They automatically say, there's no way that I can save 10%. It's too much money. And so they don't save anything at all. And I have found that that is what happens. If you hear advice that overwhelms you and you shut down, then you end up doing nothing month after month after month. So the best thing you could do is start somewhere. Even if you feel like it's not 10%, it's not 5%, what I say to do first is pick a number. Pick a number that you can do. Now, it may stretch you a little bit depending on how much your bills accumulate to be, how much money that you're bringing in. Certain months of the year, our utilities are more expensive, and it's going to be harder for us to save as much. Other months of the year, our utilities will probably be less, and we won't be running air or heat, and we'll be able to take that extra money and save a little bit more. So your situation over these next 12 months is going to be changing in many areas of your budget. But look at a number, pick a number that you can save. Let's say, for instance, you think, I could save $5 every week. Now, most people would say $5 in a week is just not enough money to bother with. But I want you to know that when you're not in the habit of saving anything, $5 is wonderful. Start with $5. Make it your habit to go to your bank and deposit that $5 every single week and watch your savings grow. Because in one month you will have 20, and another month you may have 40 or even 45 if it's one of those weeks where we get a 5 payday month. And you're going to notice that your account is increasing and you're going to have money. So pick a number. After you go for 3 months or 6 months and you have saved $5 every single week, or $10 every payday, or whatever it might be, then bump up. You don't have to bump up by, say, doubling it. Just bump up a couple dollars. Say, okay, instead of saving $5, now for the next 2 months, I'm going to save $7. I will save $7. And you're going to be pleased as you see that this small exercise is helping you to begin the habit of saving money. So what I like to say is just pick a number. Pick a number. Secondly, look around your house and find 3 things that you can sell. Now, some of you may be minimalists and you think, I don't have a lot of things to sell. But I would say that most of us have homes that are full of items that we don't really use anymore. Whether that's clothing items that we could sell at a yard sale, it might be an appliance, extra microwave, or a mixer, or a food processor that we don't even use it. And it's just sitting around taking up space, and we never have any purpose for it. Sell it. If you sell it for $10, if you sell it for $15, take that $15, drive it straight to your bank, and put it in your savings account. Find 3 things in your house that you can sell. You may think, well, I've got some used puzzles. I might could sell those for $3 or $4, but that's just not a lot of money. Listen, sell them for $3 or $4. Take $3 or $4, put it in your savings account. Every dollar counts. Quarters count. Dimes count. Nickels and pennies count. Friends, everything counts when you're starting a savings account, even when you're up into the higher numbers in your savings account. If you have $4,000 in there and you can save an extra $5 this week, put that $5 in there, because trust me, when you go to the eye doctor and before you leave they say, hey, you owe $500 today, and you want to pass out, you're going to know that, hey, wait a minute, I've got the money in there to do this. I've planned for this type of situation, and I've trusted God with this situation, and now I have it to pay. That $5 will come in handy, whatever you can earn. So you might say, I do have some items that I can sell. Maybe you could sell more than 3, but pick at least 3 things in your house right now that you can sell. As I told you in my last video, the first thing my husband and I did when we canceled all of our credit cards and got our interest rate reduced, we started immediately trying to build our almost non-existent savings account. And we did it by selling things. I got on eBay. I had old books that were from the early 1900s. I made on one book, I made $700. It was just a book that I had laying around my house. I didn't even know it was valuable. So there are things that you may have that you don't even realize they're valuable. Sell those items. Try to find someone who wants. And I'm saying to you now as a warning, don't think, well, if my book's not worth $700 and it's only worth $5, it's not even any point in. No. Whatever you get, $5, $500, $5,000, whatever you get, sell it and save it. And that's the key. And so that's what we did. And within the first month, we had $1,000 in our savings account. That's not a ton, but it sure beats $100. So what we did is we started selling things, and we began to look around our house, and we noticed all of the excess that we had. And we also donated to ministries and to charitable organizations, donated items, but as much as we could, we sold things and consigned things so that we could earn a little money off of that, and so that we could get on a good footing. Another commitment that we made in that first 12 months is that we would not buy one single brand new clothing item unless it was an absolute emergency. We went 12 months, each one of us, without purchasing underwear, socks, shirts, pants, dresses, shoes, nothing. Gloves, coats, hats. We found great deals. We saw great deals, but we let them ride. And that was hard. It was hard to do because you think, oh, that's such a good deal. I should get that. You know what? I do not even remember the specifics of the items that we saw that we wanted to purchase. We just let it go that first year because every penny that we were bringing in, we wanted it to go to our debt. We didn't need that jacket as bad as we needed to have our debt paid off. And so you have to really change your mindset and mentality and think about money in a new way. You might say, well, I don't have items that I can sell. Well, do you have a service that you could provide? Could you babysit? Valentine's Day is coming up. Perhaps you have some couples in your neighborhood or in your church that have a child or two that really could use a babysitter as Valentine's Day is coming up and they would like to get out. If you earn $20 babysitting one evening, turn around and instead of splurging that on yourself and thinking, I deserve something special, take that money and put it in your savings account. I have found that I have so much more peace and security with money in my savings over items in my possession. I have so much more security knowing that I have money as opposed to more stuff. So begin to change the way that you think about money. So either sell 3 things or do a service for someone, earn some money, and put that in your savings. Another way that you can begin to really ramp up that savings account is by having a no spend month. Take January or March and say, this month I will not spend any extra money. Try to use up all of the groceries that you have stored back. I have a lot of foods and canned items in there. Do a pantry challenge and think, I'm going to use all of the goods that I can in my pantry instead of running to that grocery store. I'm not going to stop at the convenience store for a drink and a pack of crackers. I'm just going to go straight home. I'm not going to buy anything, wrapping paper from the school, and I know that's terrible. You want to support your local schools. And you know what? There'll be a time when you can support charities. My husband and I have supported several charities this year. There will be a time when you can do that. But when you're trying to get your savings built up and you first are getting your debt paid off, you really want to be disciplined and focus on not spending any money. And so try to have no spend months. Now, some people panic when they hear that they can't spend any money for a month. If you can't do it for a month, how about a no spend week where you don't go out to eat at any meal? You don't pick up anything extra at the store. You just have an entire week where you spend nothing. If you write all of your expenses down, you're going to be surprised at where your money is going. You're going to notice, wow, we're going out to eat 3 times a week and it's costing us $90. Why are we doing that? Let's stop doing that for this week and save that $90. That's where you get the biggest bang for your buck. So try a no spend week or a no spend month. And then my last tip that I just want to share with you today is collect coins. Start collecting up your coins. If you are being careful with your money, what my husband and I did is instead of using our debit card a lot, we began to use cash. We would use the cash envelope system. We had so much money in a grocery envelope. We had so much money in like our tithe envelope, so much money in a gas envelope, and we would pay cash for all of that. And when at the end of the week, if we had not used all of our allotted money, we thought, well, we'll roll that over. Well, what we started doing was saying, instead of rolling that over, we'll take that money out and put that in our coin collection. And we began to collect all of our coins in a big jar. And within 6 months, we had $62 of coins that we went and took directly to our bank. We rolled it ourselves, and then we took it to them, and they deposited $62 into our savings account. Now, to the world, $62 does not sound like a lot of money. But when you are trying to build your savings $1, one dime at a time, $62 really makes a difference. So friends, start collecting those coins. Get you a coin jar. Tell your family, if you find a penny in the parking lot or a dime in the grocery store parking lot, if you find a coin underneath the seat of your car, you dig it out. You take the time to get that coin out and put that in that jar. Let that money add up. If at the end of 6 months you've got $17 to put in your savings account, that's money that would have just been thrown under your seats and laying around your house, and now you can see those dollars adding up, making a way for you to have a little bit more financial security in your life. Friends, those are my tips for you today on how you can think about starting and jump-starting a savings account in 2018. In the comments below, just kind of tell me some of the ways that you save money. If you don't save money, do you feel like that you need to, and is it something that you would like to commit to do in 2018? I would like to do better in my life at saving money and being careful with how I spend money, focusing on just the small things that I've kind of let creep back in, sometimes thinking, oh, I'm at the store, I'll buy a bottled water. No, just wait till you get home, or take your water before you go. Thinking ahead is a big factor in saving money. So these are some areas I'm going to be working on in my life. And what are some areas where you are going to be trying to save money in your life? Friends, it's been a joy to talk to you and share these tips with you today. I would love to hear your tips as well. And as always, I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.